What up, man? Look, it's for all my fellas out there, man. Especially my high vibrational beings, you know what I mean? Semen retention, semen retention, semen retention, bro. I can't say it enough. Especially in these times that we in, semen retention is a must. It really ain't optional, bro. I'm telling you, you have to hold on to your seed, bro. You have to get back to who you truly are down to the core. And the only way to do that is through semen retention. Because semen retention is who you are. It's your essence. It's your seed. It's your life. It's your energy. It's your everything. If you continue to release it, you'll continue to give yourself away. You'll continue to give your purpose away. You continue to give everything away because you can't be disciplined. You feel me? Semen retention has to be practiced. It ain't even a practice, it's a way of life for real, you know what I'm saying? It's not something you like, oh, I'm gonna practice semen retention. Like, oh, it's a way of life, bro. You should never want to release your seed unless you're trying to make a baby. Unless you're trying to conceive, you know what I'm saying? Then okay, understandable. But you can have sex if you're disciplined enough to not release your seed, which a majority of men are not. Over 90% of men aren't disciplined enough to have sex and not release their seed. Over 90% of men are not disciplined enough to even not have sex and still release their seed, whether that be through self-pleasure, watching porn, which is unacceptable as well. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of men can't discipline themselves to do these things because we were programmed not to. And it's a reason that you was programmed not to be able to hold on to your seed because they did not want you to step into your power. They did not want you to know yourself, true self, because a lot of things come with semen retention, man. You tap into a whole lot of different energies, you know what I mean? A lot of different wisdom and knowledge that comes to you through the divine. You understand what I'm saying? And it opens you up to new possibilities, new opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Like it just, everything about semen retention aligns you with your higher self, with higher timelines, with higher opportunities. It aligns you with other beings on that same wavelength. You feel what I'm saying? Like semen retention, it should be something that should be a norm. You know what I mean? It should be normal to practice semen retention. You know what I mean? It shouldn't even be something that's like, oh, I'll think about it, or, you know what I mean? Like, that should be a norm. It should be normal. It should be regular. Like, yeah, man, we practice semen retention. Like, this is what we do. You know what I mean? Like, we practice semen retention, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie to you, man. That shit's not easy. I'm telling you, like, when I first learned about semen retention, I learned maybe about like 4 years ago. Yeah, I mean, about 2021. I forget how I stumbled across the information. I think I was watching my brother Von Two Cut, and he was talking about it. I'm like, what's semen retention? You know what I mean? And so I was hearing him talk about it and shit, and it just resonated with me. So I started doing like my research on it and whatever. You know what I mean? And I was just like, oh, snap. And during the time when I first learned it, that's when I had just changed my diet. I had went vegan and shit like that. I was learning about fasting and everything and other things like that. And then I started learning about semen retention. So I decided to practice that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the first time I tried semen retention, I went 15 days. And in that 15 days, man, I felt incredible. I ain't gonna lie. Just after 15 days, after consistently releasing my seed for years and years and years and years and years, that 15 days had me feeling supercharged. You know what I mean? On me, like that shit had me feeling supercharged. And at the time, I was with a shorty. You know what I'm saying? She was just like, "You look different." Like I didn't tell her that I was practicing that shit. You feel me? I just did that shit on the low just to see. You know what I mean? And she was just like, you look different. And I did. Like, I was glowing just after, like, 15 days. You know what I'm saying? Like, my skin was looking good. My eyes got brighter. Skin got tighter, you know what I'm saying? The energy levels was crazy, you know what I mean? And after 15 days, like I said, I felt amazing. And then I ended up realizing after that, and then after that, I went like, I want to say, I think I did like 50 some days. Man, look, I'm not capping, bro. Like that shit was crazy. After 50 some days, my energy was on a whole nother level. Mind you, I was already vegan, plant-based, you know what I'm saying, as I like to say. I was already plant-based, and then I was already fasting consistently and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And then just adding and practicing semen retention took my game to a whole another level, gang. You know what I'm saying? And it's been a way of life ever since. Have I had a few slip ups here and there? Of course, it's gonna happen. It's supposed to happen. But as long as you're in the energy of, okay, I know I need to preserve my energy as much as possible, you know what I'm saying? So I used to release my seed 4 times a day. Every single day, you feel what I'm saying? Like that's absurd. Since a child, like since I was like 12 years old, bro, like that is insane. You know what I'm saying? Like that is insane. Like that's insane. And it should have never been like that, but it was how it was designed to be. But after releasing your seed for so long, that many times, you know what I'm saying, for that many years, you gotta give yourself a long ass time of not releasing to get yourself back to the status quo, man. You know what I'm saying? I know many of y'all probably heard of self-mastery, you know, 10,000 hours, you know, is what it takes. You know what I mean? 10,000 hours, self-mastery, you know what I'm saying, which is 417 days. You feel me? And although I've been practicing or living by the way of life of semen retention longer than that, it needs to be consistent. 417 days straight, 10,000 hours straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, give yourself that grace, give yourself that time to restore balance, to take your power back, to take all your power back. You feel what I'm saying? And step into the version of yourself that you desire to be. You know what I'm saying? That you need to be. It is a need. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really isn't like a option for real, bro. Like, this should be something that you want. This should be something that you really, really want, though, dog. Like, for real, because to be honest, I wish every man could feel the power of what it's like to have yourself full of your own energy, not mixed in with other people's energy, not depleted, tank on E. You know what I'm saying? I wish that everyone could experience having full of energy life. You know what I'm saying? Full of that semen. You know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you, like, my thing is you should at least go 90 days. 90 days is a real sweet spot to where you're gonna feel real significant benefits, and everybody's results is different. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what you're doing on your semen retention streak. You know what I'm saying? How you transmuting it, how you cultivating. You know what I'm saying? Your day-to-day habits is gonna play a key role on your semen retention journey. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men say they don't see the results. Well, what are you doing outside of that semen retention? Are you just holding your seed, hoping to see a change? No, it don't work like that. You gotta transmute it into something. Whether that be the gym, whether that be art, whether that be any creative endeavors that you may have, you have to transmute that into that. And if your diet is shit, well, there you go, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, what you put in your body is secondary energy. You know what I'm saying? So if you putting junk into your body, yeah, then you're gonna be junk. Sorry to tell you. Like, I'm sorry to tell you, you know what I mean? So you putting that bullshit inside your body, then you gonna feel like bullshit, you know what I mean? But I just feel like all the bros need to be on semen retention, practicing this shit, and go at least 90 days. But if it's up to me, nigga, go forever. You know what I mean? Go as long as humanly possible, bro. But I'm gonna drop another video touching more on it and how you can stay on your streak as long as possible. One love.